Well, good afternoon and welcome to Ed's Orchids. Now I'm just messing around with the Phragmipediums, and I've come across this one which is in spike, and it's Fritz Schomburg. But the thing I want to show you about this is, you know, they're a cross between Kavakii and Bessie, and Bessie is one of those plants that has creeping habits. So I'll just take the camera over and we'll have a look at it. Well, there's the spike, not growing much, and the stem's not very thick. But if you look down at the bottom, you can see what I mean with the climbing habit. You can see the roots there that are wanting to come out. Well, they can't come out because they're not getting enough moisture. So the thing I think I've got to do here is build up. I can't take it out of its pot, I'm not going to do that. So I think I'll just have to build it up with a bit of moss, wet moss, so that the roots can grab hold of and get moisture. Well, we've got a bit of moss now, and it's nicely wet through. So we'll just put this around here, all the way around. Just try and build it up a little bit. And I'm going to put on top, when I've done this, I'm going to put some seedling bark as well, because that holds plenty of water. You see what I'm trying to do here is give those growing roots a little bit of moisture. Most important. Let's do the same around the back here. If you'll excuse me hand going around the front. It's a little bit more important around the front than the back, because there's not many roots coming out of the back. And I've got some seedling bark which is very damp. And this will help the moss to keep damp as well. Looks very black. You just put that on there, press it down. Doesn't need to look very neat, but I like it as neat as possible. But the main point is getting the moisture to these non-growing roots. There's a little root there. It's not getting any moisture, but if I put a little bit of damp seedling bark there, it'll go down into it. Right, well, we'll just trim that up so it looks a little bit better. If I can find the scissors. Yeah, we'll just cut round to make it look a bit tidier. There we are, and I think that should do that plant a power of good. So just a quick tip today, anybody who's got Phragmipediums with Bessie in them, or a pure Bessie, just watch for that climbing and make sure the new roots get a little bit of moisture. Well, you all know that Phragmipediums, they do like the feet to be damp. In fact, they like the feet to be wet, very wet, most of them. But here are two exceptions. And one's the Phragmipedium caudatum. Not a very big plant, this one, but growing very nicely. Plenty of new growth coming up. as you can see, and plenty of little growths round here, round the bottom. And they generally live on trees as epiphytes, so they like to dry out occasionally. And the other one is Warsawixianum, and this is a nice plant. This is growing very nicely as well. Nice coloured leaves come up, nice and green. The other ones are a little bit yellowish, but those are the older ones. And a lot of these plants, such as these Phragmipediums, are cool growing. They don't like excessive heat. You know, 20 to 27, something like that. If they start getting up to 30 and the leaves start getting warm, then they just stop growing. And they're in danger of having burn marks on them. But the main thing is, if they get too warm, they stop growing. So always keep these cool and don't water them with warm water. Water them with water about 15, 16, 17 degrees will do fine. Well, that's about all I'm going to tell you about Phragmipediums today. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I thank all my subscribers, and I'll see you later.